Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Big News Wednesday and a Big News Wednesday damage report. As you continue speculation in the chat about what dragon name Joe Biden should get, including the dragon who sleeps. But no, that's the before Biden. He was Sleepy Joe. No, Brandon literally never sleeps. He's got far too many stimulants running through his veins. But anyway, again, I'm not ready to declare him a member of the Dragon Squad. We're gonna need more. And there's so much more he can do, including unilaterally. But anyway, glad to see you all here. Tim, is it your birthday? Is that what I'm seeing? If so, happy birthday. Hey, Abstract Dragon, how's it going? We got a lot of news, everybody. We got some fun stuff coming up for the full show, including, I had so much fun doing the pre-taped interview that we revealed yesterday in the show. We're going to do it again today. And I'm going to reveal the conversation I had yesterday with Chris Smalls, president of the Amazon Labor Union. How exciting is that? We've got J.R. Jackson's going to be joining me. We got a lot of fun, so it's going to be awesome. Let's do it. And we've got these new details about how Donald Trump responded to the failure of the coup and, in particular, apparently losing access to Twitter. So we're going to get to that in just a minute. If you could hit the like button, that would be great. We're sitting at about 50% or so. Not bad, but we can do better. We're going to jump into some other news first. First of all, running through the numbers, COVID numbers are pretty much static. I do have some good news for you, though. I know that you demand it. Did you know that on average across the country, the price of a regular gallon of gas is down 0.03 cents? They said it couldn't be done. It was done. Yeah, it is really bad. It's static, and that's not good. But I do actually have good news for some. Some of you might hate this good news, and I tweeted something to this effect. I saw this headline. It made me quite excited. Amazon's The Lord of the Rings of Power is small screen high fantasy done right. The Rings of Power will take you there and back again with some new stops along the way. Oh, shit. Did they do it? Did Amazon? Did Bezos actually do it? Did they make a good Lord of the Rings show and all it cost was hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars? Well, we don't know for sure. But let's see. IGN says there's some good in this premiere, Mr. Frodo, and it's worth fighting for. And that's good. Now, look, not all of the initial commentary is great. Polygon says an epic that needs to go harder. CNN says delivers spectacle but lacks the dramatic power to rule them all. But they all seem to be implying that it ain't all crap. And that's good for everyone because there's going to be a lot of it. A lot of money is being put into it. It's a cool world. I would like to see that. And honestly, I'm just excited to be in this period of so much fantasy. I finished watching the second episode of House of the Dragon yesterday. And it was good. I'm in it. I think we're back in it. And now there's going to be this, and then there's going to be Willow, and there's going to be Wheel of Time, and it's just the fantasy hits keep coming, and that is good news. On top of the political good news that we've been experiencing, including the movement on the midterms, which has been pretty exciting. But anyway, I do want to get into other stuff, and I know some of you tune into the pre-port for politics. You're a bunch of weirdos, but anyway, I guess we can cover a little bit of it. We're going to be going pretty hard on these new details that came out of the FBI responding to the Trump filing where he wanted the special master to be the only one that could look at the documents. The most funny fucking thing, and I gotta remember to mention tomorrow, is that they took so long to put together those filings the Trump team did that it's already done. They've already gone through the documents. So that's fun. But anyway, Kyle Griffin revealed that the Justice Department assets in the court filing that were released, and we're going to show you them on the show in a little bit, they were so sensitive, so classified, that in some instances, FBI agents and DOJ attorneys needed additional security clearances to review them. Which I guess in practice isn't that surprising. These are as sensitive as documents can be. But I love the idea. It's almost like going to fight like the Gorgon. It's like, I want to find the documents, but I'm not actually legally allowed to see these documents. Are there any documents around? That's probably not how it functioned in the actual raid. But anyway, Chaplain Fred says, "Come on, John. Cali gas price is crazy high. It is still too high. And of course, True South, still here. Oh, can I mention, by the way, we've had some periods of horrendous weather around the country, including Mississippi, which is experiencing their terrible flooding, as well as the lack of ability to produce clean, usable water. Hopefully, they're getting that on track. We've had wildfires. We've had heat waves. Here in Southern California, in LA specifically, we are about to apparently be hit by a historic heat wave. I got a warning through my phone. Like, it literally was just like, yo, this is going to be real. It's hot. I got a warning from TYT that it's going to be bad. And I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect. I'm a little bit worried. I just want you to bear that in mind. I'm going to be careful and, got AC, assuming the power stays. But, a little bit worried. And that is the world that we have moved into. Sure, Nate G. I'll eat your old stale Pop-Tarts. Anyway, Byprov says, toaster strudel greater than Pop-Tarts. Byprov, that is indisputable. That is Rashad Ritchie indisputable. They are far better. The issue is that it's too decadent, too luxurious. You can't go around through your life making toaster strudels all the time. Are we living in like the last days of Rome? No, Pop-Tarts are more understandable, I think. Anyway, we have 3 minutes. There's some great stuff here, but honestly, it's so good that I think we might give it the full treatment on the show tomorrow. When, by the way, I believe for the first time, we're going to be joined by Ben Glebe on the Damage Report. Comedian, political commentator, all-around great guy. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to save some of these stories. We got Dr. Oz's position on abortion. That's exciting. Horrendous police violence by the NYPD. But I want to jump into this. So Alex Holder is a documentary filmmaker who has been making the rounds. I believe might have done an AMA on Reddit recently and is revealing what was exposed to him when he got to interview Trump. And in this particular case, we're going to be talking about an interview that was done in March of 2021. And he's got some pretty big stuff to say about the state Donald Trump was in at this point. Let's take a look.
In Mar-a-Lago, he looked terrible. He had put on a lot of weight. He was incredibly depressed. And a little behind-the-scenes secret, the reason for all of that was because he was going through a real withdrawal from not being able to use Twitter. Yeah, I promise. I mean, that's literally what his closest aide said to me. He was in the most terrible, foul mood because
how does that stand out?
Use social media. Yeah, it was remarkable.
I mean, I do have to say, a little relatable. Okay, I don't know that I've ever felt that way about Donald Trump, but maybe a little relatable.
Yeah, I do get it. I do get it. Although, honestly, my view would be, I like to think, have you ever gotten in your car and then you realize too late that you don't have your phone with you, you can't go back? And it is a little bit scary, but then don't you settle into I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it. I feel like social media would be like that. But this is actually pretty damn interesting. Not that Trump gained a bunch of weight or whatever, people deal with that. That's an actual issue. I'm not going to make fun of him for that when you're going through trying times. But the fact that he was so disturbed, but why he was disturbed, because you might recall, I said that was March 2021. Do you remember what happened in January 2021? The fucking insurrection happened. Him being impeached happened. Biden getting sworn in happened. And the next month, the thing that was depressing Trump was the lack of Twitter. Not that he wasn't president anymore. Not that he had been humiliated in front of the nation. Not that he had been shown to be the most fundamentally anti-democratic leader in the history of our nation. None of that. That people had died because of him. None of that. It was the Twitter thing that was depressing him. It was the Twitter thing that was making him stressy. Not the coup, not the failed coup, not the historic second impeachment. None of that. Not being forced to flee to Mar-a-Lago. It's the Twitter thing. So presumably, if all of that had happened, a horrible failed coup, but he could tweet about it, he would be in good shape. That's fucking wild. That is fucking wild. It says so much about him. But anyway, we'll have more to say later on today when I'm joined by Jared Jackson. Oh, I want to give you an early heads up. Tomorrow, first of the month, on my Patreon at patreon.com/JohnnyRolla, I'm going to be releasing the first story set in my sci-fi setting. Every month on the Patreon, I release original fiction. We also do podcasts where we break down movies and stuff like that. A lot of fun stuff. Patreon.com/JohnnyRolla. That'll be released tomorrow. I'm super excited for it. It's probably the bit of fiction I've written that I'm most proud of, word for word. But anyway, for now, you've got, hey, Ben Glebe is over at the watch list right now. If you want a little preview of what Ben's going to be like on the Damage Report tomorrow, head over to the watch list at twitch.tv/TYT, youtube.com/watchlistTYT. Jared Jackson will be joining me for Big News Wednesday, and I'll see you in just a little bit.